Hey, happy Monday. It's Dr. Cato here. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of our series on the most commonly asked questions that chiropractors get. Last week we started with the number one question that we get. The question was, are you a real doctor? Are chiropractors real doctors? And we talked about that a little bit. I promised you that in between the questions I'd be following up with videos providing basically a question that I think would be better to ask or a better way to ask that question. And I went back and forth a little bit on a better way to ask that question, are you a real doctor? And I think the heart of that question for most folks is they're not asking, are my credentials fake? I think what they're really getting at is do I have the authority to help them make health decisions for themselves and their family? Do I have the educational background to support those decisions? And so I think a better question to ask is not, are you a real doctor, but what does your education look like? So a chiropractor has an undergraduate degree, just like a medical doctor. We study all of your prerequisite courses, biology, chemistry, stuff like that. Chiropractic school itself is approximately 3.5 to 4 years. So just like medical school is from an academic perspective, we take on average right around 3,000 academic hours during graduate school, and we study everything from anatomy to biochemistry to pathology and diagnosis, neurology, orthopedics, on and on and on and on. So many of the same subjects that you would see a medical doctor studying. One of the primary differences, though, is just going to be the balance of those courses is a little bit different. So one of the big things with chiropractors is we don't get involved with any kind of pharmaceutical drugs. So you'll see that those subject areas that kind of lead into pharmaceuticals, we don't spend as much time on, and instead we spend more time on physical diagnosis, orthopedics, anatomy, physiology, things like that are a little bit more of your, I guess, traditional physical sciences. So the other common trait between chiropractic school and medical school is that we both have a residency. For medical students, they complete their academic course load and then they complete their residency after. That's the traditional way to do it. Well, in chiropractic school, our residency and academic load is actually meshed together. So during the 3.5 to 4 years that we spend in school, you have another 1.5 to 2 years worth of residency where starting, at least where I went to school, starting at the beginning of my second year, all the way through until when I graduated, I was taking care of patients. So we have the thousands of hours of academic work. We have hundreds, if not thousands of hours worth of residence experience. And then once we graduate, we have national boards. So parts 1, 2, 3, and 4 of national boards. And then we have to pass our state licensure test going over scope of practice and laws that are specific to our state. So that's what chiropractic school looks like. That's what our education looks like. I hope that helps. I hope that's interesting. And I hope that sheds a little bit more light on kind of what our educational background looks like. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, if you like this video, leave us a comment, like the video, share it. Look forward to the next one. Thanks, guys.